Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you are joining me now, give me a wave, let me know you're here. Last week I talked about flexibility and how to retain or even gain flexibility as you age. My name is Sarah Aspinall and I'm the founder of Breaking Ballet, a unique online ballet fitness program for busy women. And last week, when I was talking about flexibility, I promised you that this week I would walk you through some tension release exercises and also some basic stretches that you can do on a daily basis. It doesn't take very long at all. So last week I was talking about the three concepts in flexibility training. The first one was mind and body, so mind over body, working with the mind to really help connect to the body and lengthen out those muscles so that you're not working from a place of fear or a place of negativity where your belief system is that you're inflexible, you're never going to be bendy, and that's not going to work for you if that's the way that your mind is currently set. So working with the mind is the first concept. The second one is fascial tension. So in the body, all the muscles are connected. All the muscle groups are connected through a fascia, like a connective tissue. So if you're holding tension in a particular part of the body, women tend to hold it in the neck and shoulders, but of course you can have tension in your back, tension in the glutes, tension in the hamstrings. They're all connected, but even if you've got tension in the neck and shoulders, that can travel down and cause some tension in the hamstrings as well. So we're going to try and release off some of that tension as well. And the third concept in flexibility training was all about neural mobility. So releasing off any tension that you might have in particular muscle groups in order to allow those nerves to slide easily through the body. So first of all, I'm going to show you some tension release exercises. So if you've got a golf ball, a tennis ball as well is really helpful for these exercises. The golf ball is particularly good for under the foot. So underneath the sole of your foot, there's a lot of fascia. And so if you can release off the tension in that fascia, that travels up through the body. So at the start of quite a few of my classes, I get students to roll their foot on a golf ball, either while I'm doing the register or while we're having a quick chat. You just place the ball on the floor. You can sit and do this. You can also stand and do it, but that's a little bit more intense if you're putting your weight over the ball. But this helps to release the fascia. It's also really helpful if you tend to get cramp. Easier to do this on a carpet. So if you tend to get cramp in the feet, either in your ballet class, when you're doing the ballet workouts with me, or otherwise, then this is a really good exercise to do before you start class, before you start those exercises. So you can start off either massaging the toes over the ball, and you can do those one at a time. Then you just start to massage around the ball of the foot, and I'm going a little bit quicker here. You can then massage on the inside where you tend to get that cramp up from the base of the heel to the joint of the big toe, and then on the other side of the foot, the side with the pinky, and then the heel. So you can massage all round the foot using the golf ball. I'd say a couple of minutes on both feet. This is also used if you've got a daughter or a son who is doing ballet. There's a really nice thing to do before class because it really helps them to get that really nice pointed foot in their class. So that's the number one thing I'd recommend you do, to release tension in the fascia. So you can do that while you're watching television. You can do that while you're sat at your desk. I often do this when I'm sat at my desk. Just have the ball under the desk, have it, with the remote control by the TV, and then you can just roll, not too long, 2 minutes on each side is enough, but that really, really helps to release off the fascia. And of course, there are other places in the body that you can do that. You can do it in the glutes, you can do it in the hamstrings, neck and shoulders, but I'm going to show you neck and shoulders. I have done this one briefly before, but if you do hold tension around this area, it will come down through the body and tighten up the hamstrings a little bit. So sitting cross-legged or kneeling, entirely up to you. just relaxing the shoulders down, lengthening the spine and pulling the tummy in, and then just dropping the right ear down towards the right shoulder. So try not to hitch this shoulder up, keep it pulled down, and then actually you can use that hand to push through the heel of that hand to increase the stretch down the side of the neck. You can then turn the head slightly to look down towards your armpits, take the other arm round the back of the head, and then you can push your head into your hand. So you're not pulling on the head, you're pushing the head into the hand. So the hand is just providing resistance. You then get a nice stretch that comes down into the shoulder. So lengthening the body, pull the tummy in and stretching here. Taking some nice deep breaths and relax. And then you can repeat the other side, and you might find that one side is tighter than the other. And pushing with the heel of the hand. And you can take your time when you're doing this. Turning the head towards the armpit, taking the hand to the back of the head and pushing the head into the hand. Remember, you're not pulling on the head with the hand. You're just providing resistance and relax. You can take the head around in circles. Sometimes people find that a bit disconcerting because they can hear cracking in the neck. It's nice to do once you're properly warmed up. But another nice way that I like to release tension from the neck, particularly around the base of the skull here, is by using a tennis ball. So to use this, it's the equivalent of someone massaging around the base of the skull in these suboccipital muscles here, but you're going to use a tennis ball, so it's a little bit more relaxing. So you'll lie down. If you can't see me, if people start commenting, you just need to swipe the comments. Knees bent, lying down, you take the ball in the palm of your hand and you place it at the side. So in the back of the neck, you've got your spine coming up and it comes up through. You can feel in the neck here. Either side of there is a little dip right under the base of the skull. So if you walk your fingers down from the skull and underneath here, it will probably feel quite tense. So you're going to place the ball to the side here, lying down. You can, if you want, place a pillow under this elbow, if that's more relaxing, and relax. So let the head go. And then very gently you can turn the head towards the elbow and away, towards the elbow and away. Just really, really gently, and that massages the back there. So then you obviously repeat on the other side. And again, no more than 2 minutes on each side. Those muscles in the back of the neck are very, very sensitive, so you don't want to do too much to aggravate them. These muscles also cause tension headaches that come up through the back of the head and over the top. So just be very careful if you do suffer with tension headaches with this one. Just maybe 30 seconds to a minute to begin with while you get used to it. But they're really powerful for releasing the tension off there. Obviously also bear in mind your posture. So throughout your day, whenever we're slightly anxious or stressed, or sometimes even when you're concentrating, the shoulders can come up. So trying to pull them down throughout your day to release the tension off there. So for now, there's lots of different tension release exercises you can do, but for now I'd recommend the golf ball under the foot for the fascial release, and also the release off of the neck and the shoulders with those few exercises. You can do that one with the neck sat at your desk. You can do the golf ball under the foot sat at your desk. The tennis ball lying down might be a bit tricky in the office. But I'm going to walk you through some other stretches now coming down through the body. Obviously, in an ideal world, you will have warmed up before you do these stretches, particularly when you come down to the hamstrings. To warm up, my son was on the trampoline just before I came to do this, so I joined him on the trampoline for 10 minutes. That's why my hair's gone a bit fluffy. But anything, run up and down your stairs, run around your garden, do some star jumps, just to get the blood flowing, to get a bit warmth into the muscles before you do stretching. You don't need to stretch for 30-40 minutes. You don't need to warm up for a long period of time before you stretch, particularly when we're just trying to do 5 to 10 minutes a day. The tension release exercises you don't really need to warm up for, you can just go straight in for those. So worked on neck and shoulders, a few stretches and tension release there. The back, some of you have probably done this one before. A really nice one for the back that you can pretty much do anywhere is to come into an all fours position. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, pulling the tummy in so you have a neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And then you're going to pull your tummy away from the floor. So if you imagine a hot poker coming to your tummy button, and you would want to lift your tummy as far away from the floor as you can, dropping the head down, and hold it there, and then come back to that neutral position. And now you're going to stick your head in the air and stick your bottom out, and you'll feel the stretch coming down through the abdominals. Do be careful though if you have lower back problems that you don't overdo it with this one. So if you can feel this in the lower back, just go steady. And then you'll repeat the other way, curling up, and the other way. Looking up to the ceiling and sticking your bottom out. So you're mobilising the spine, especially if you've been sitting at a desk all day, just to get the spine moving. Going to go down to the lower back now. So my absolute favourite for the lower back is very, very simple. If you've got any questions, by the way, while I'm doing this, please ask them now, and then I'll come and answer them when I'm done. So you're going to lie down, knees bent, and first one, hugging the knees in. So hug the knees in tight to the chest, nice and tight, and then bring your nose up to your knees. So this is a nice stretch to the back as well, and release. Okay. So now we're going to carry the knees over to the side. So you're going to very gently release the knees away, and then keeping the shoulder blades on the floor, carry the knees down towards the floor. So you want to keep the shoulder blades fastened to the floor. So I'm using my left hand to push the knees down, and my right arm is right out to the side, palm down, because then that gives you a nice stretch across the chest. And relax. So shoulder blades down. The lower the knees are, so the further away they are from your head, the lower down the back the rotation and the stretch. So you do need to be cautious if you've got any back injuries or back issues. You go very steady. And the higher the knees, so the higher up towards your head, the higher up the back the rotation. So you can pick and choose. If you've got lower back discomfort, this is a nice one, keep them low. And then when you're ready, engaging your core to bring the knees back up. Make sure you're nice and in alignment, and then carry them over the other way. And relax. So you can keep the arm out to the side, the head can look over to the hand, and you can stay there and take a few breaths. I'd say 30 seconds to a minute for the stretches. You don't need to hold them for much longer than that. You could do 2 on each side, so you go back over, and then go back over on the other side as well. So that's a nice rotation in the spine. You can choose where in the spine you want to take the rotation, but if you travel a lot, if you're seated a lot, our spine takes a lot more pressure from being sitting down than we do standing. Even though you might feel standing is when you get the backache, actually standing is better for us than sitting down. So that's a really nice one to just stretch out the back. So those 2 for the back, 3 for the back. Glutes, so coming a little bit further down. If you have tight glutes, and lots of people do, that can actually pull on the lower back and cause lower back discomfort. So if you have lower back discomfort, it's not always an issue with your back. It could be you have tight glutes and tight hamstrings. So another reason to loosen off all the muscle groups to ensure that your body is tension-free and pain-free. We're going to start the glute stretch. There's lots of different glute stretches, of course, that you can do. This one is my favourite one. You're going to bring right leg in front, fold that in front, and fold the other leg behind. Obviously, if you have knee issues, this isn't going to be the best glute stretch for you. There are alternatives. If this position is uncomfortable, this wouldn't be one for you. But we're going to carry this front leg out in front so that you're at 90 degrees here. Lengthening up, you're going to rotate your body to look at that leg, and then you're going to lie your body down over the leg. So the sternum is coming opposite the knee. You're going to take it down and hold the foot with this hand. Let me shift back a little so you can see. So you're just going to hold the heel there so the leg doesn't come back in. Take the body down, nice straight spine, and if if you can relax all the way down and place your forehead on the back of your hand. So most people can feel it, so you're going to feel it in the glutes on this leg. Most people can feel that. Some people don't have tight glutes and don't feel it. So if you don't feel it in this position, there are more advanced versions that you can do to get the stretch. But this is a really nice one, and you can relax as well. So you're going to take some breaths here. Again, holding it for 30 seconds to a minute maybe. And then coming up, bring that leg in. And then you can do that on the other side. So you're going to change over. Remember, carrying the leg to 90 degrees, take the foot forwards, lengthening the spine, then rotate, then take the body down over the leg and the head onto the hand. Keeping the leg there. The further forwards you carry that leg, and you can do that, the deeper in the glute you're going to feel it. So that's a really, really nice one for the glutes. Have a go. Lastly, the hamstrings. Lots of different exercises you can do for the hamstrings. I have shown you hamstring stretches before where you lay down with the leg up. I'm going to show you a different one. This is a really nice one, and you can also feel it coming through the calves. If you have a tight back, you have a back issue, or you know that you have a tight back which prevents your body from coming forwards, then this wouldn't be the right stretch for you. So hamstring stretches when either you're standing and bringing the body down, or you're seated and bringing the body forwards. If you have a tight back, you're not going to get the benefit from this exercise because the body simply won't move forwards enough for you to get the stretch through the hamstrings. So if you do have a tight back or any back issue, I would always recommend doing a hamstring stretch lying down, which I'll show you in just a moment. But for this one, you're going to keep the knees bent and you're going to wrap the arms underneath. You're then going to lengthen up the spine so that your thighs are attached to your tummy and your chest. So there's no gap between my body and my thighs. So you're wrapped around and lengthen. You're then going to walk the feet forwards. Let me go back a bit so you can see. You're going to walk the feet forwards as far as you can take them, keeping the body attached to the legs. So I've not separated at this point. You're here. So you might be further up here. It depends on how tight the hamstrings are. So you walk them forwards and you keep the body relaxed over the legs. You can then release the hands onto the legs, but you can see my body is still attached to my thighs. And then from there, you're going to stretch one leg at a time. So you'll lengthen out one leg and keep the body forwards. And then you'll stretch there for 30 to 60 seconds maybe. And bring that leg back in. And then stretch out the other leg. So you're just working one at a time with the body forwards. But it's a really nice way, having carried the body forwards over the thighs in this position, to stretch the hamstrings rather than just starting with straight legs and trying to get your body forwards. Then you'll stretch one out again, join the other one, so now both are stretched. And then from there, the third stage would be to flex one foot and then the other foot. And when you flex the feet, that's when you feel it coming through the calf muscles. So you're going to keep the body long and flex the feet. So really, really nice one to get the body forwards without starting here and then trying to fold forwards. So you take the body with the legs, it just feels a little bit more supported. If, as I say, you have a back issue, I'd recommend hamstring stretch lying down. So you're going to lie down. I've got a resistance band. If you've got tight hamstrings, you can use this. So you would take the leg up, wrap the resistance band round, and if you're out here, you can pull the leg, keeping the body relaxed, keeping the back long, pulling the tummy in, and you can work the arms to pull the leg. So you're not having to engage the back in the process at all. So that is one I would recommend, and obviously you can keep this leg bent, or you can straighten that leg and work from there. Okay? If you're flexible, you don't need to use the resistance band, you can work and just pull the leg. But don't hold behind the knee, hold on the calf or the thigh. So back issues, please lay down and work the hamstring hamstrings from there. Any questions? Hi Alison, you're going to watch the replay later, no problem. Trying to find the right time is tricky because everyone is always so busy. People are either working or they've got children or they're in bed early. But if you're watching this on the replay and you have any questions whatsoever to do with tension release or flexibility, please do let me know, give me a shout. But those are nice few exercises, and as you can see, they do not take very long. The tension release ones you can do on a daily basis, between, you know, sitting at the desk with underneath a foot with a golf ball. Then you can lie down in the evening and work on the neck. The rest of the exercises don't take too long, so you're going to work down. So spinal mobility to begin with, lower back or upper back rotation. Bringing the nose to the knees is the other one. Working on the glutes to loosen those off, and then the hamstrings. So of course there are hundreds of different exercises that you can do, but those are nice combination to just work through the body. And if you're doing it on a daily basis, you're really going to notice the difference. It doesn't take too long. Okay, I'm going to pop off now. If you've got any questions once I've gone, please do ask and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the first week of September. If the kids are going back to school tomorrow, woohoo! I know how you feel. But it's, September's a great time to commit to doing a workout, commit to getting healthier, to commit to your fitness, more so I think than January. Everyone has, you know, all these grand ideas in January with their New Year's resolutions and things. They don't always pan out. September is a fantastic time to do it, and particularly at home workouts, because as the darker nights approach us, we're going into the autumn, we maybe want to work out inside rather than outside, which was lovely in the spring and the summer. But this is a great time for you to do these workouts at home, you know, in your pajamas. So I hope you enjoy those stretches. Let me know if you've tried any of them and what you think, and I will see you next week. All right, everyone, take care. Bye.